Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 14th April 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol TRSV nectar, NECTAR nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been talking about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular vlog is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is only a continuation of what we have been doing in my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. In the past few videos, we have been talking about the 75% common humanity, 20% demonic natured people, and 5% divine natured people, and how this 75% humanity is continuously striving to reach either the 20% demonic brackets or the 5% divine bracket. In that process, we discussed about some case histories which showed us how people who inadvertently, knowingly or knowingly, in some past birth, started gravitating towards the demonic natured bracket of 20%, but though in this particular birth they may not be as bad as it requires to become demonic, but unfortunately they are surrounded by demonic natured people from whom there is no escape for these living entities. As long as they don't drag themselves out of this race to be in the 20% bracket and come back to humanity and then start striving towards the 5% divinity, they have no escape from the continuous torture of negative and dark forces. Today we shall talk about another such case history. There were two friends called Salvatore Bonano and Salvatore Maranzano, who were born and brought up in the city of Castellammare del Golfo in Sicily, southern Italy, in the 19th century. Both of them, as youngsters, migrated to United States and settled down in New York, the bustling, that present city or growing city, fast growing city of that period in America. Soon these two were dragged into a vortex of crime in the New York's bustling underworld. In 1905, on 18th January, a son was born to one of those friends, Salvatore Bonano. This baby was soon christened as Joseph Bonano. It is about this Joseph Bonano that we are going to talk in this particular video. Anyway, when Joseph Bonano was 5 years old, Salvatore Bonano migrated back or relocated to Sicily along with his family. Joseph Bonano was brought up in Castellammare de Golfo for the next 10 years or so. After 16, when his father and mother were all both dead, Joseph Bonano, along with his cousin Peter Magaddino, relocated to New York due to circumstances beyond his control. This boy's destiny, which had long back gravitated towards crime, had begun playing by now. When he reached New York, he joined the gang of the other friend of Salvatore Bonano, Salvatore Maranzano. This guy was one of the closest acquaintances of Joseph Bonano, and alas, he found that he was inadvertently getting attracted to this man called Salvatore Maranzano, who was at top notch in the fast growing Sicilian underworld in New York. Because of this, Joseph Bonano was helplessly dragged into what is known as the Castellammare War in New York in the early 30s or late 20s between the same Salvatore Maranzano and another boss called Joe the Boss Masseria. Anyway, after Masseria was killed, Maranzano divided the Sicilian underworld in New York into 5 families. Joseph Bonano, who was just 26 years old, was given the post of the boss of one of those families. Even today, that family is known as the Bonano family. It was the early 30s. Joseph Bonano, as boss of his own Bonano family, thanks to the best wishes of his elder peers like Salvatore Maranzano, Vincent Mangano, and Joseph Profaci, prospered for the next 20 years. He became a millionaire. It was not 20 but almost 30 years. He became a millionaire. But by that time, all his peers were either dead or were growing very old. At that time, this Joseph Bonano, who had, thanks to his past destiny and karma, become a boss at the age of 26, thought that he was indeed a very big shot. He became a megalomaniac who wanted everything, and that was a mistake. The others were tolerating him till now only because of Salvatore Maranzano, Vincent Mangano, and Joseph Profaci. But now, on his own, Joseph Bonano for the first time found out how small, helpless, and innocent as such he was in this Sicilian underworld. He was a plain megalomaniac, a nincompoop who was no match to the more experienced mobsters who had already surrounded him during this period. Not only that, Joseph Bonano was ably managed in the underworld by his own right hand, a psychopath, maniac, murderous person called Lillo Carmine Galante. Another war ensued in which Joseph Bonanno lost terribly. By then, all the other mobsters who were tolerating him for so long pounced on Joseph Bonanno and forced him to retire along with his family to a state called Arizona. Joseph Bonanno had no other go but to oblige them. This Joseph Bonanno, who had succeeded at the age of 26, probably had his own destiny charted out to him in such a way that he not only outlived everyone else of his stature or his period, but Joseph Bonanno died a lonely man at the age of 95, along while surrounded by his own family in Phoenix, Arizona. Joseph Bonanno had at last found his true identity. He was not cut out to be a mobster, but just because of his destiny, he was dragged into this vortex of violence, bloodthirstiness, and sanguine courage. This shows us how wrong we may be when we make choices in our own destiny. If we choose to remain commoners, there is no problem. If we choose to go towards the 5% divine side, it is very welcome by all, including God, because every step towards divinity is like going to heaven, whereas even though we are not cut out for the 20% demonic side, but get attracted to it because of its glamour and its wealth, we are in for an invariable shock. Whether we love it or we leave it, not only the divine but also the commoners leave us, and we are soon surrounded by demonic people who may be more talented in this field than we ourselves are. Initially, we may get lucky, but sooner or later, we are shown our place by destiny. Hence, we should all pray that we should either be among the common 75% or go toward the 5% divine people so that we may get self realized, liberated, and delivered and go back to the Supreme Personality of Godhead as positive people. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular subject. Please give me your own expert opinions, thoughts, and ideas so that I may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.